glad you're both here.
Well, when a pretty girl invites me for a free lunch, I never refuse.
I have something important to tell you both.
We guessed that much.
I was going to tell you at breakfast, but somehow I didn't. So I came now.
Well, the floor is yours.
I've taken a job at the Shusters. A sort of companion, tutor for Kim. I start this afternoon.
Well, it's rather sudden, isn't it?
No, well, I've been thinking about it for a long time, and when they asked me,
You were ready?
Yes.
Can you handle a job like that, dear? Deaf child?
Well, I've gotten some books on deafness, psychology.
It looks like you're going to have your hands full.
I won't be home for dinner either. The Schusters are going out, and I'll be staying with Kim. Rodney will be coming to study.
Well, at least your schoolwork won't suffer.
And you have no objections?
Only if your schoolwork is affected, or if you don't get enough rest.
Well, I guess that's that, then.
Allison, you didn't have to assert your independence, if that's what you were doing.
No. Thank you for understanding. I'll be home late.
Hello, Allison.
Oh, John.
Johnny, how are you?
Good to see you.
Well, I'll have to stay away more often if you promise me that kind of reception.
John, this is my husband, Elliot Carson.
Oh, well, it's very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Same here.
I usually get confused about these things, but, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Connie, I certainly hope you'll be very happy.
Well done.
You know, I figured that 7 might be my lucky number. You know, I've been asking Connie for a date now every year for the last 7 years. She's turned me down every year for the last 7 years. Well, that's all the past now. So, may I interest you in our new fall catalog, Mrs. Carson?
Absolutely. Our stock needs replenishing.
Yeah, see, all is not lost. Well, you browse through that, and I shall return. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Seems pleasant.
Who?
Pearson.
Yes. Yes, he is. Elliot?
And he looks interesting.
You're troubled. By John Pearson?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I greeted him.
No,
No, but I
that
wasn't
kind.
effusive.
You were yourself, weren't you?
Yes.
That's all I can ask. That's all I'll ever ask.
What was troubling you?
A twinge of, well, not jealousy, but envy. Envy of a man's driving a good car and dressing like...
Like a salesman who has to drive a good car because he drives thousands of miles a month. An unmarried man that has to walk in with a big hello and a big smile.
And finds a big fool waiting inside to envy him. Oh, Mrs. Carson, you do make sense.
So do you, generally.
Why, are you afraid just because it's a bookshop? You'd be grateful it is just a bookshop.
Yeah. The first one to own that watch fob was Captain Ezekiel Carson. He gave it to his son, Josiah. From Josiah, it went to me, and from me to my own boy. Did your father tell you when I gave it to him?
Mm-hmm. On the day he enlisted in the Navy.
That was a proud day for both of us. That fob has gone from father to son and father to son.
Until me.
Until you, Allison. Another proud day for both of us.
Thank you.
I remember when your father was a boy, he was always after me to tell him stories about Captain Ezekiel. How he run off at 12 as a cabin boy and ended up at the age of 30, master of that clipper ship. And a sparkle would come in your father's eye, and I'd think, boy, you've got too much of him in you for your own good. And I'd tell him that, Elliot, and I'd say, you've got too much Ezekiel in you.
In what way?
Well, they were two of a kind, stubborn and independent, fierce, even when they were lads. Wanted to stand on their own 2 feet before they even knew what it meant.
That's funny. When I told him and my mother that I was taking this job, he didn't say anything, but I could tell he wasn't pleased.
Well, you can't expect him to welcome it.
Why not? He should understand if he was independent.
There are reasons, Allison. First off, you're a girl, and things are different with a girl. But most important, he never had a chance to fuss over you when you were young. He never bought you a doll, or kissed a lump on your knee, or sneaked you an ice cream cone with a promise not to tell Mother.
But he must know it's too late for that.
Aye, and it's the knowing that hurts. You tell him you've got a job. All he can see is that you've grown up and out on your own before he's ever had a chance to be a father to you. Think about it, Allison.
I will. You're very wise, Grandfather.
No, it isn't wisdom. It's just getting old. When you're young, you want to make your own mistakes. When you're a parent, you want to keep your children from making them. But when you get to be my age, you know it isn't possible. Hello. Oh, how are you, man?
Oh, how is everyone?
Fine. I was just showing Grandfather my new bracelet.
Old Captain Ezekiel's watch fob?
Elliot had it made into a bracelet for us.
It's very pretty, Alice.
Thank you. I am the great-great-granddaughter of a genuine sea dog, Uncle Matt. A real saltwater Carson. Well, I must be off. Goodbye, Grandfather.
Bye, granddaughter.
Goodbye, Uncle Matt.
You're getting along quite well.
Oh, she's a wonderful girl.
I know. Ever since she was a baby, I was her Uncle Matt.
You still are.
Well, let's say that I've enjoyed some of the advantages of being a grandfather. Not that I grudge you her love. Don't think that.
I know you're better. Here, how about a game of checkers?
Well,
Go get the board if you can still remember where it's kept.
it hasn't been that long.
My game's getting rusty since we quit playing. It used to be every Wednesday. Ever on Saturday, because that was your day to visit Connie and Allison. When they needed you, Matt, you were there.
You have to know when you're no longer needed and learn to accept it.
Your move.
Is that what it all comes down to? Old age? Pushing wooden circles over a piece of cardboard?
Oh, you're a long ways from old, Matt.
Well, twice today I had a foretaste of old age's worst affliction. Loneliness.
You said there was one thing worse. Said it in an editorial that you wrote yourself.
Self-pity?
You're talking man's ears off with your philosophy turns out to be just a sneaky way to win.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mother. How are you? I'm all right. How's the old man doing? Well, I'll be coming into Boston with some papers for him to sign. Oh, he did tell you? Oh, good. Well, I was thinking of stopping by the house after I've seen him. The Harrington boys? Oh, yes, I've seen them. Yes, I made sure I'd see them. Oh, they're still the same. And so am I. Oh, yes. sure I did just the right thing coming back here.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Please, Norman, just stay away from him.
I'll do what I want to do.
I don't need you to protect me.
You don't know what you need.
I had an emergency call to go to the mill. I had to come here to get my other keys.
Oh, I wonder how you spell disaster. One S or two.
What are your feelings about Claire? She's a good doctor and a good friend. And she thinks of me in the same way.
Are you sure of that?